XQQ because he's usually the guy that peaks first, similar to what we saw with Tom earlier. But then, you know, there's already a backup plan going into this one.
I mean, here's the thing, right? It's in situational one. Sorry for that. The snipers for both of these teams are put to the stress test here. Can they make it, or are they going to break? Because all three maps are very sniper heavy. A bunch of pressure are going to be put on their position that they take, and if they're not able to properly deliver the bullets in time in the right place, then things do get a little iffy, so to speak.
It would be hilarious if like no one on Evolution powered snipes, if they just run like a 5-rifle lineup, run into the site. But I'm gonna have to wait and see what that is on about. But it seems like Inner Circle locked in and ready on towards the stage. Same with Evolution Power. Gonna be heavy on the riflers as well. YH has been more consistent going into the season, but playoffs has been a bit rough for one of the 2-star riflers for this squadron. Let's see if he can show up in international play. And we've seen Evolution Power on Black Widow time and time again. For some reason, they just get a terrace or a long terrace time and time again, and it just chokes teams out of their, you know, out of their comfortable position. You're going to be forced to take that shortcut. You're going to be forced to take mid door, and you're basically running into XQQ or first, or you go into the B side and you're going to be forced to face Mino with an EBR, which is not really good news in all honesty.
That's not a good news for sure. You probably don't want to be stuck in that spot of having to face against Mino or any players of Evolution Power, essentially, to be realistically speaking. So band picks all sorted out. It's going to be Black Widow to kick us off into the final series of the day, then followed by New Compound and Port as the decider. Quick reminder, this is the last series of the first day of the Grand Finals at CFS 2025, happening right in the heart of Chengdu. Brought to you by Smilegate and our lovely sponsors.
Yeah, going to be very interesting to see what is going to be, or I'm actually interested to see how Inner Circle is going to play, or actually going to try and counter the aggression that we see from Evolution Power, especially when it comes to that mid control. I don't think First or, you know, Zay is going to be afraid to try and push the issue, especially when it comes to high mid and or short. So I think for Inner Circle, they should just expect that Evolution Power is going to try to get the pick off the jump, especially at the start of the round. And judging from what I can see on screen and where Awesome is spawned, it seems like Inner Circle is going to be playing that BL side first. So going to be very interesting to see how that pans out. Evolution Power with defense first and foremost.
First and foremost indeed, but looks like we are just about ready to get into the first map for our last series. In just about 10 seconds of time, you might be able to see who comes out alive. I mean, everyone's basically thinking that Evolution Power is the top dog here, but you never know when the underdogs come back to bite you. Let's wait and see what really unfolds, how the story goes. There it is, Evolution Power Gaming versus Inner Circle. Make or break moment for the snipers of the squads.
So what is going to be the setup looking like for both of the squads? It seems like could be a double sniper setup. XQQ, I've not seen that man off of the TRG the entire season of CFPL. It'll be very interesting to see, and it's the El Clasico. Evolution Power, long a take, but Inner Circle actually successfully thwarting them just in time. So it's going to be a first time in a while that Evolution Power is just going to back off all the way to the ace side. So it's going to be First and Mino in that stairs position. Beck in a very nice spot. Mino could be caught off guard, and Beck going to be down to 1 HP. First, hitting that first shot. Low HP on Beck, so he can be tagged down with the USB, but instead YH will get apps. Very important kills, but Zay with the HK. Headshot immediate. The XQQ Rapid with that trigger. And Alucard, last one left alive. TRG in his hand, but it's going to stop right then and there. Zay popping out of the window. And that's the first round for Evolution Power. So despite, you know, the long A take not working out in their favor, it seems like Evolution Power didn't panic at all when it came to that side take. They know that YH is out that bottom side, and Zay did a great job of just popping out of window. It's a great start to the Black Widow game already.
Great start indeed. However, Inner Circle now playing in a more default setup as opposed to how the last round being played out. They are going to have each player kind of look out towards the aggression and the rest kind of lingering down towards middle. With the C4 still being held as well. Not really hinting much, but for Evolution Power, they are going to have a huge stack down towards A. 3 players up on A and 1 in middle, whilst leaving XQQ alone in B. So a little bit of a bet wagered here by Evolution Power that they're expecting an A hit coming through. Let's see if Inner Circle wants to direct their attack, their angle of attack, leaning towards A. Might be the case being caught here as 4-man push in towards Catwalk is brewing, but look at the 3-man hold. YH at the response gets 1, looking for the second, sprays Madman, good for 2, with Mino wrapping things up. 4K and the C4 all down and dusted. All down to his Beck in a 1v4 and a Dream Sneaky.
Yeah, and Zay just going to peek him. Rough for the side of Inner Circle. They were kind of blocking each other from backing off in towards that short side. I mean, that has happened time and time again for their squad when I was watching CFWL. So, yeah, going to have to fix that one. That is for sure. If if I was, Inner Circle, is like you either commit hard to that short position or don't.
Yeah. I mean, now Inner Circle looking to pressure out towards A long, goes for it. Eventually is put back as the hammer is laid by Meno and Zay out towards long. 2 players down already, and Inner Circle has to go for the reset after licking their wounds. Wasn't able to quite connect to a kill as all 5 players of Evolution Power is standing strong.
Yeah, first is already in that terrace position. Not going to be the easiest fight for Inner Circle to try and clear him off of here, considering it only takes the control button to get him back into cover. So Beck kind of daring the alley position here, but they're going to back off all the way back in high mid. Inner Circle kind of forced into a corner here, and they can't really do anything. So someone has to find like a miracle pickoff, because at the moment EP's defense, they don't really have to move. In all honesty, they could just hold.
Gotta hold. Hold on.
For dear life.
We're going home. Anyways, 2-0 as Evolution Power is leading out, and the remainder of Inner Circle, just chuckle, bro. You're holding it in, but is going to send the leftover players on towards a catwalk to see for being held by Alucard as well. But look at Miner's position, just right under the bridge, ready to wallbang spam any moment he sees the feed. And look at the flame from first. That's going to cost him his life, as Beck was on the Overwatch. That is going to be yet another kill being found by Zay, looking to swing out a bit more aggressive. Awesome spotted out, but Awesome is going to find the better of Zay. Down to a 2v3. 27 seconds. He has to cross into the bomb site, but does he realize there's players right in window? XQQ looking to jump out. Well, the pop flash up and over. Beck is the last one alive in a 1v3. He sees one, gets one now. XQQ is going to go for the pot shots. Rather, it's going to be YH from Catwalk swinging out, getting the drop. And EP quickly finds 3.
They're so fast with setting up the retake. You can already see like YH has made himself known towards that short position, and you can see XQQ from that window side. And despite the death from first all the way in long, you can still see Mino making sure that short position is not going to be there for Awesome for free. But here comes the long A control for Evolution Power as they place XQQ this time. It seems like XQQ and first are taking turns, just controlling long A here.
Now, what I find interesting about Evolution Power's first 2 rounds, they were playing pretty default. But after taking 3 rounds and kind of testing the water, how mechanically enabled is Inner Circle and all that, they start to poke and prod out deeper in towards the territory, which is seemingly supposed to be Inner Circle's. And as long as they are not punished round after round, they are going to extend the length of taking ground and gaining ground control. So Evolution Power really adapting to how Inner Circle is playing, and almost as if you're boiling a frog in hot water.
What?
Slowly. So basically, that's saying basically, if you put a frog in a cold water and start boiling it, the frog's not going to jump out because the temperature change is very subtle. And it's like as if Evolution Power is boiling Inner Circle alive.
Seems like
Starting from a cold water, because their Evolution Power is putting one step forward every round into the territory of Inner Circle.
Ew. XQQ.
And that's ground control, like how XQQ just found the kill there.
Yep. Zay could one-tap Alucard if his reaction time isn't fast enough, or he just straight up misses, but Alucard making his presence known in that short position. XQQ is going to challenge every single player. Gets the jump peek, getting all the information for Zay. Does miss on Awesome, but doesn't really matter because Zay has his back covered and he is just fully focused on this long position. Awesome, the last one left alive. He's going to try to tap out Zay, and that he does. XQQ, reaction time on point. 4-0, Evolution Power, forcing a timeout from Inner Circle immediately.
Immediately indeed. And down 4 rounds, this seems to be a tough climb for Inner Circle. Not a single round came pretty close.
Maybe they're too busy boiling frogs or something.
Oh my god.
I see. It seems like it's so ironic because, you know, there is a frog in my name, but I am a searing hot shower enjoyer, man, you know. But 4-0 immediately. Speaking of searing hot, XQQ off the jump already, you know, in his natural habitat, just swinging left and right, fully knowing that Zay has his back. This is the most dangerous version of XQQ, when he just knows his teammates just has his back, so he can just, you know, basically clip farm from his spot.
Yeah.
So if he just keeps doing that, you know, Inner Circle is not gonna have an easy time, that's for sure.
It's gonna be tough.
Very tough.
And even with Virtus kind of doing his own things out there, you know, just going for the flanks, getting caught off guard, eventually losing his life, doesn't matter because the rest of the team is just there for him, lifting his weights.
Yeah. It's kind of that Mino system.
And now, given that Evolution Power is able to lift the weight, on the side of Inner Circle, what's really going on isn't as bright. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, Kevin having to pull that timeout early, man, which is not really the best news. Evolution Power on a streak already at the start of this game. GR side has been benefiting them very, very well. The scores of some of these players, man. Alucard, not the best start, 0-4, as well as Kiko here. Apps, 1-4 in this game. It's been back doing most of the heavy work in terms of the fragging.
And here's the thing, too. Inner Circle, they can't be too late and start picking up the rounds. Otherwise, it will be a very lopsided first half going into the global risk. And that's a position that you don't want to put yourself in. And down 4 rounds, this is the perfect spot and perfect time to actually get around. I'm sure they want to do so, too, but Evolution Power just seems to be a better team with a better showing right now.
Yeah, it is very tough, especially knowing that Black Widow is kind of like, you know, Evolution Power's like best map, the entire map pool. And especially now with the new guns, the time to kill is now so low. I mean, the first thing I thought of when the HK first came out was, how is Zay going to be handling it? And he's handling it very, very well. Even with YH on the EBR, both of the attackers really just sticking next to each other, and it's going to be very tough. If he kills Zay, YH is going to be around the corner, so you're going to have to be ready. Kiko going to try to get some positioning in towards Catwalk B. YH around the corner. Mino as well. The triple short stack has been working out in their favor. But Inner Circle is taking so much time just to take this short position out of their hands. Apps trying to get some disruption going, but Kiko is going to get YH eventually. Apps is going to get Zay. Hold on. Inner Circle could maybe, just maybe, if they can get through Mino, can get this round, but the B-side is wide open, but they still have to go through XQQ.
Just about half a minute on the clock here, and this is going to be the most prominent round for Inner Circle to actually get a score up there and put out a number. Is going to deliver the C4 and towards middle, it seems. But are they looking to go towards middle? Because First is waiting with open arms, make that a double, and XQQ is going to find the kill of his own, and Mino is just going to get the broomstick. Just wrap it up and seal the deal.
Kind of like a...
And that one round where Inner Circle seemingly could have done it wasn't the round.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pick your poison thing, right? It's like either you run into XQQ or you run into first. So both snipers kind of hot their heels at this very moment. And XQQ, every single flick is on point. You have Zay also shooting heads with the HK, with his straight up robotic tracking. So it's going to be very hard to kind of just run through it. First, going to go down immediately. I like that reaction there from Kiko. Just run straight down mid, since First does like to play a bit far back in that stage position. But now, Evolution Power in a dilemma. They're going to have to play the 2-2 defense.
I mean, even then, can Inner Circle break through the duo defense that Evolution Power is putting out? Now Mino's trying to get into the faces, but it looks like Inner Circle is going to be able to clear out the defense. Looking to cross the C4 into the bomb site. Still waiting is going to be YH and XQQ. With the smoke, they are going to pass the C4. It is on the bomb site. However, if he posts for plant, XQQ can peek out. He's waiting. He gets a pot shot and he tags a player somehow. YH through a wallbang. Flies ahead of Kiko. Onto the retake now. 2v3. The bomb timer ticking down. Well, it's going to be the nade from Beck's going to do the work. YH down below half HP. Finds 1 kill. Down to 2v1. Needs to find 2 more for the retake. But Inner Circle, desperate to put out a number, is going to double stack towards containers. And look at the position of YH. He's going to spurt, springing out. The spray down is not quite going to connect. And Inner Circle finally puts a round on the board.
That's how scary Evolution Power is, right? Just in the thought of like, oh, you thought that Inner Circle's already taken this B-side position, and all of a sudden XQQ somehow legs someone in Metal Box, and then YH is now somehow still in the side. You can tell Inner Circle does respect this team a lot, but a really nice job from Kiko, especially eliminating First early out of that window B position in order to have more space in mid. And Inner Circle, very well played. Push-pull kind of play happening here going into that last round. So Mino, now with the EBR back in that A site. I like that Mino is moving back and forth in between A and B, and since he can kind of trust First to kind of just hold B on his own, you know, this A site defense is now a lot more bolstered. But Inner Circle going to try to use some of the boosts in order to get some control on the A site.
Gonna be a very quiet early round here. No one really looking to pull the trigger. Inner Circle, after finding success in the past round, is looking to continue on to get some more. It's going to be gathered outside A along with the C4 as well. 4-man stack too. But the real question is, are they going to be able to cross against the players like Mino? Because last time around it didn't quite work. Pop flash up and over. Mino and Zay quickly responds. YH also finds a kill. It's going to be 2-player down for the side of Inner Circle. And they are going to have to reset, and that reset is not possible as XQQ swings out from long.
Yeah, I think the
Naps goes down. Alucard mightily struggling to get the drop, wasn't able to do so. Awesome is the last one alive, gets one. Apparently has to click 4 more heads to keep the dream alive. And to make things worse for him, the C4 is down in the middle of no man's land.
Yeah, and the lineup failed too for Inner Circle, so they couldn't just cross into the site for free.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to do. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
And what can you do at that point? I mean, First is just going to crouch peek you, and in a second you are dead. 6-1, Evolution Power. Can't say that we didn't expect it, especially when it comes to the map of Black Widow, considering, you know, they're one of the best teams in CFPL in this particular map. And Inner Circle, obviously, there has been some plays that have been working out in their favor, just like what Kiko did earlier. But it seems like the 4-man play going into the B site, are they just going to start rushing it? But Zay's already here.
Zay's already here, and Mino's on the cross as well. Zay's going to spring out any moment soon. He's waiting. The trigger display is good. There we go. Springs out, gets 1, gets 2.
Jeez.
And now Beck, last one alive, deep in middle, gets tagged. And XQQ with the pistol is going to do the work. Tag and pistol.
I feel like at this point they're just trying anything. And it's like, hey.
It's like, here's my takeaway, right? Like, Evolution Power is playing laser tag. Inner Circle's fighting in the battlefield, brother.
Yeah. It's like Evolution Power is playing a snowball fight, and, you know, Inner Circle is playing in the trenches at the moment. But, oh, Mino straight up murked back in that A terrace position and immediately a disadvantage, and it goes back to his favorite spot, which is that A stairs.
Inner Circle is going to start drilling. Otherwise, it might be a repetition of what happened in EWC just earlier this year. 10 to 10-5. Horrendous scoreline. Don't want a repetition of that happening.
Yeah, Mino's the type of IGL where you can describe he's going to do it himself. If he has to take that advantage, he's going to run into you.
He's the one to do it too, if you think about it.
Yeah. We're so lucky that the Scarlight isn't as meta as it is, because back in CFPL with the VIP weapons, Mino is a Scarlight demon with it. So, he's going to have to deal with the EBR, but he is just as good. But Alucard...
Mino's like, I'll let you go this time, and this time only.
See what Alucard can do. He's 0-7 so far, considering he is playing up against two, top-level snipers from China.
I mean, give or take, he's definitely off to a slower start than expected.
It's tough.
It surely is. Ooh. And Evolution Power, their defense is just pitch perfect if you think about it.
2 snipers in B-side.
Yeah, it's not the most ideal take by Inner Circle. Pot shots by XQQ. There you go. He connects for 1. And Alucard finally gets a kill up on the board, and it's a crucial kill towards XQQ. But the rotation quick and fast by Evolution Power. And Inner Circle, it has nothing to do about this. Alucard, last one alive. Got 1 kill. Now he's getting challenged. Here's the second. Has to find 3 more. Not impossible. Just saying. But first, by the boxes in the bomb site is going to be able to get the drop. And there is round number 8. Getting picked up. 8th round by Evolution Power. 8-1 for the first half.
Can't say we didn't expect it, especially in a map like Black Widow. I mean, Evolution Power has taken the best of the best on the edge in this map. Baisha Gaming, All Gamers, X-Rock, E-Star, all the names that you can think of. Evolution Power has beaten them in this Black Widow map.
And here's the thing, none of the rounds really came down to the wire. I feel like Inner Circle wasn't even able to get the plant down.
Rushing mid.
They are rushing mid? They are rushing mid. Alucard
God.
had nothing to do about that. And he will go down, and all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, less than 30 seconds into the round, Evolution Power has full control over towards middle. Continues to farm kill is going to be Mino.
I don't know where that 29%
And Beck and Awesome is the last ones alive, and they have nothing to do with this plant.
Yup. It's one of those games, Mr. Tom. One of those games.
One of those games, indeed.
Gonna try to do something.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. I've seen some highlights, man. I was there back in the day. And back in the day he goes. 9-1. Evolution Power on match point. Probably the fastest match point that we have had all day. Potentially the fastest map in the entire tournament, possibly.
Good possibility. It's definitely one of the it is definitely the fastest map being played today. And nonetheless, it could possibly be the fastest map being played out the whole tournament too. Here comes a quick aggression towards Catwalk, and the nade thrown by Beck delays him taking the gun out, and YH just continues to press that W. And just like that, A is taken.
Yep. It's kind of like Mino just letting YH and Zay loose at this point. First, Mino gonna get the kill. Awesome, last one left alive, and they're already pre-firing the corner that he is in. Mino, he wants to go for it, but Zay does get taken down. It's a bonus kill, but at the same time, Evolution Power dominating in map number 1.
And there you have it, Evolution Power Gaming versus Inner Circle. Map number 1 just zoomed through, 10-1.
I mean, can't say we expected it. In all honesty, that's why I was so confused about the bans from the side of Inner Circle. Why they would prioritize Ankara
It was
instead
definitely
of
out of
Black
expectations.
Widow. I think I would rather just try and see if I can get something on Ankara going, because Black Widow, that's a death wish. Fully knowing that First and XQQ is on the same team, that's like. At some point in the game, it's just a pick your poison. You either die to XQQ or First, or you run into Zay or YH.
Yeah, it came down to pick your poison. But at the end of the day, 10-1, I mean, give or take, we knew it was going to be a 2-0 or 2-1, Evolution Power Gaming coming out on top, but did not expect a 10-1. Because even back in EWC, it was 10-2 and 10-5. And 10-1 is just a score like you don't see that often.
I'm telling you, man, it's that Evolution Power CFS Grand Finals form that we saw last year. And last year, they literally won the event. So, Evolution Power is definitely here to play, and they're here to show up. And of course,
XQQ with a 5 KD, comfortably sitting at a above 2.0. Even then, everyone really just put huge numbers out on the board. It wasn't just somebody from Evolution Power lifting the heavyweight. Everyone was kind of, the kills were sprinkled on every single player, some above 10, some above 11. But yeah, that's what she wrote for map number 1. Black Widow is down and dusted for Inner Circle. It's 10-1. A very devastating loss, I would say. But new compound will be map number 2 and Port has decided. But do you think there's a valid chance here for Inner Circle, Sneaky, to even get to the decider?
honestly, I think there is a more realistic chance going into map number 2, considering like new compound is definitely a map where Inner Circle does have more of a shot. Not much lineups going into new compound, considering there's now roofs going into this new map. And I feel like it's more of a head-to-head battle between the teams. And I feel like with more head-to-head battles, it's a lot less like, based on the timings, based on the setup. So, it's realistically who just shoots better at this point, right?
Realistically speaking, yes. Even for Inner Circle, even if they do drop the series, it's good for them to have a map point under the belt, because in theory, if Evolution Power does lose a series to a different team, then it comes down to the round differentials, the map differentials. So having a number in your pocket definitely matters when it comes down to the wire. But nonetheless, new compound, like you mentioned, it only seems to be the map that is going to grant them a fair chance in actually taking a map point. But even with that being granted, it only feels the way that Evolution Power seems to keep the composure, seems to know how to play in macro and micro at the same time. Mino popping off, Zay popping off, even XQQ with some cheeky pot shots jumping up and down. And Inner Circle, some players not activate just yet. Alucard was at one point sitting at 0 kills, 7 deaths. Some of the players as well kind of well below 0.5 KD for at least a good half of the map here of Black Widow. So let's see if that first devastating loss on map number 1 really, gave them the time to warm up and brought Inner Circle back to life.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Inner Circle, I would just, chalk it up to, they're just a better team when it comes to Black Widow, just like how I said. They have beaten the best of the best when it comes to this map. If you, mention AG, if you mention Baisha, if you mention, X-Rock, E-Star, any of the teams back in CFPL, they have lost to Evolution Power on this exact map. So, not banning, Black Widow was definitely a big mistake from the side of Inner Circle. I feel like prioritizing Ankara was definitely, weird. But, I feel like they might have saw the vision going into Black Widow, considering Inner Circle also has the experience on that map. Alucard has had some few good maps on Black Widow. But new compound definitely going to be, maybe a U-turn on their story, considering it's more head-to-head rather than setups going into map 2.
And even whilst being humble here, like realistically speaking, Evolution Power is the upper echelon as opposed to what Inner Circle is being put at right now. Sure, they're going to lose the series, but if you're able to take that map point, like I mentioned, that may come into the play and make matters really worse.
Yeah.
Because if Evolution Power does drop a series in this group, in Group D, then it comes down to the map differentials. And if Inner Circle is able to win the last 2 games and somehow sneak their way through toward the playoffs, I think there's a good chance. I mean, not the highest of all things, but still at least a good 10% chance left there.
10 is generous. I would say this one. Like this, like 1% chance that they make it all the way to playoffs. Considering the group is actually
could be 10% if they have a map score here against EP.
That's
if it's a 0-2, like clean, I don't even want to say 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sticking to my 1%, not gonna lie. I feel like, you know, I'm not that confident in the chances of Inner Circle, not gonna lie, considering how the last game went. And I feel like if Evolution Power plays the exact same way that they did going into Black Widow, you know, the exact same aggression, they're not gonna get mid for free. Yeah, I feel like, you know, they're just gonna crush Inner Circle here, but at the same time, Inner Circle, they now have the opportunity to kind of, you know, catch some of these players off guard. And, you know, instead of, you know, facing them head-on, maybe kind of sit back a bit, try and catch any of the more aggressive players. But at the same time, if Evolution Power catches onto that, they're going to start, you know, tossing the nades a bit more deeper going into this map. So they're going to have to find a nice balance between, you know, being passive but also not giving too much map control here.
But now, recalling back to what happened in Black Widow 10-1, Evolution Power, there's nothing really much to talk about the macro because all Evolution Power did was very basic setups, you know, just splitting between bomb sites, not really going aggressive towards out A, towards B, or middle. Everyone from EP was playing on the back angle and playing defensive, and Inner Circle wasn't just able to break through it. Now, given the fact that EP is just playing very default of all things, now going into the second map of New Compound, a bit more wonky, a bit more volatile, so to speak. Do you think Inner Circle has the caliber to break the default that Evolution Power is going to provide?
Honestly, if they can break through that initial B room position, maybe they definitely can. I feel like that it's gonna be very dependent on whether or not Inner Circle can get mid control, and at the same time, once it gets to their B outside this time, can they get curve control? Can they get, you know, initial mid control so they can get into A? There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of factors that you have to think about as well. You know, long A is now a lot easier to take considering there's no longer a big group above it. You can now flash. Maybe they're going to be more aggressive on that side considering it's more of a choke point, but yeah, chances slim, possibilities. There's one.
It's definitely slim, for sure indeed.
And slim as they take it. Evolution Power in very, very good form first. In very good form, immediately off the jump in the start. XQQ, Rookie of the Year in 2024, is now in full power going into this new compound map. Granted, it is going to be slightly tougher for some of these sniper players. You know, it's not going to be the same angles that they're getting like last time. But, you know, we saw what Zay and YH were doing earlier, and Mino is not going to be afraid to, you know, fight the enemy team himself. Even though he is the captain, even though he is the leader, he is not afraid to lead by example, especially when it comes to aggression. So, yeah, it's going to have to be Inner Circle trying to see if they can kind of contain that mid-container, maybe catwalk B, because, you know, Evolution Power, they have incentive to go for it every single time.
And if Inner Circle can't respond in time, in timely manner, and accurate manner, it just might be yet another very lopsided matchup and lopsided results coming out of the whole series as 0-2-2-0.
Yeah,
and things are looking pretty dicey for Inner Circle, not gonna lie.
Not the best first experience for Apps, that's for sure. You know, getting 10-1 in his first map, right, in you know, CFS Grand Finals. But it does happen. It does happen to the best of us, you know. So let's see if they can recover going into this map. Too. Honestly, I'd rather get 10-1 than 10-8. You know, 10-1 you can forget about it. 10-8, you're like, oh, it's in the back of your head going into map number 2. So let's see if
it does linger. It does linger in the back of your head.
Yeah, let's see if Inner Circle can, you know, get that full reset going. He's like, hey guys, it's new compound. This is a CFWL map. Let's see if we can beat them, you know, with our own style, with our own ways.
I would be surprised if Inner Circle is able to take themselves into overtime even. And that's me being very realistic here too.
Overtime is hopeful, but hey, that's their best bet. I mean, overtime is where the pressure is highest, and you know, Evolution Power, I think judging from their record of overtime, is actually not that good. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the composure is like for both teams. I mean, if Inner Circle does have a bit of fight going into new compound, that's definitely gonna catch them off guard. And, you know, trapping Evolution Power in these sites, they're going to get a bit antsy. They want to peek mid, they want to peek B, they want to peek A long. So if you can get them a bit antsy and try to punish that aggression, definitely that is a possibility.
As much as I root for Iumena, that's going to be a long shot. Hopefully they make it. EP versus Inner Circle. Map number 1 was ended in a blink of an eye, 10-1. Now looking to get into map number 2, which is going to be new compound. Inner Circle, this is their last moment to shine, and they have to do it now. Going to be tough, but they have to do it. The moment of truth about to be presented to you guys as well.
Damn. Evolution Power starting off on GR. That is not good news for Inner Circle, that's for sure.
It could be brutal.
Could be very, very brutal. But with the update on new compound, honestly, it's easier to take B if you do know what you're doing. If you can take Catwalk B super early in the round and somehow, you know, meet your friend on that B tunnel's position, you're going to be way, way fine. But judging from how First is holding it, he's going to be the solo holder for the B site. And he's just going to back up all the way. I've noticed that most teams just, you know, give up B storage entirely and they just defend on B site because, you know, it is slightly easier. You're just playing below and you just back off and you have plenty of cover within the servers. But First, getting a cheeky angle going on B window.
Yeah, at worst he might get tagged.
Ooh.
Doesn't even get tagged and gets the first drop on towards Beck to open up the round.
Uncle
These
Nino's here.
angles are so sneaky. Ooh, another cheeky angle here. But Alucard, did he spot First?
Alucard can see him.
Not entirely sure.
Oh, sees his head.
Oh,
First took a long time to notice that he was getting shot at.
Well, there's the equalizer. Down to 4-4. Inner Circle in a bit better of a position and a showing.
They can't commit here. They
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, Evolution Power already made the rotations in towards B. Two players holding in servers whilst having Zay kind of on the overwatch towards middle. Gonna go for a full reset and even a possible big rotation towards A. Zay's kind of being the floater here. But A isn't that easy to hit either, as XQQ, holding on to Sniper of his own, will be an A. The Inner Circle decided to opt for a B push once again.
AK. Haven't seen that in a while.
I mean, Mino basically can use any gun anywhere. And he will get knocked out. And Inner Circle is going to be able to break through the defense. Quick kills from Apps Kiko. Double kill for Apps, leaving XQQ all alone. And a 1v4. And with the C4 being planted towards B, will be a tough round for EP to clutch it back. So Inner Circle is opting out for a nice opener here in map number 2 of New Compound.
Yeah, XQQ looking like he's low-key flaming his team. He's like, you guys can't hold B side with 2 riflers below? But
At this point in time, XQQ is just buying time to call over strats.
yeah.
Buying time for Mino, essentially.
He's like, I could try, though.
There's not enough time for the C4, though.
Bit of a warm-up. This is how I want the Inner Circle to play this BL side. Slow, methodical, you know, as a group.
Right.
And this is the way that you counter Chinese teams, especially when it comes to compound. You might be a bit short on firepower, but you're not going to be short in terms of numbers, especially with the kill that Alucard got. You know, First was, you know, took a while for him to notice that he was getting shot at, and with one less sniper, it's not going to be that good of a defense, especially when it comes to Evolution Power. And, of course, Mino not getting the memo that you can just fully spray the AK now, and it is still going to be accurate, especially with the new balance changes.
Play slow and throw your enemy off guard. That is the name of game for Inner Circle.
Never let them know your next move. Some might
Never
say.
let them know your next move. Cheeky angle by XQQ. Gets a bunch of information, but wasn't able to quite connect to a shot. Where does Inner Circle want to go this time?
EP is playing too far back. I don't know.
I mean, if it's an ace tag, it's more than likely to be a passive setup.
Yeah, but entrance A, no one is actually holding that mid position. They're just banking on, you know, Curve doing a really, really nice job. Honestly, YH can just stay in C3 the entire time. Apps with a one-tap on Zay. Hold on, the Terminator's down. XQQ going to have a face full of white after that flash. He's going to have to back off all the way. A minute and 16 left on the clock, but, you know, Inner Circle's threatening A site.
They are threatening A indeed, but Evolution Power rotating 2 players in towards A as well. It's going to be a 3-man hold against whatever Inner Circle is going to be providing towards a specific part of the bomb site. Smokes out as well. Playing with the clock, inner circle, wants to bait out a rotation, wants to see if they can catch any players from Evolution Power swinging out wide. Not going to be the case here for these two teams, as now inner circle is going for a reset. In moments of time, they might send it down towards middle. They could always rotate back towards B, even back towards A. Having a man advantage really allows you to go for the double peaks, go for the trade kills, and just brute force into the bomb sites. And the choice here seems to be an A split. Kiko with a nice opener on towards XQQ, quick headshot and flashes up and over. Kiko with the second frag. Brute forcing into the bomb site, finds the third. Plentiful of leather towards Mino as well. Lucard couldn't quite connect the shots there. Down to 2v1.
Oh, he reloaded.
Gave the sound. However, the smoke wasn't going to allow him cross into the bomb site anyways.
If he can somehow get apps. Yep.
There we go. I mean, that's yet another kill here. Third one
Don't peek
on the
Kiko.
board, looking for the fourth. The bomb timer's ticking away. Kiko spotted out.
No.
Playing with fire. Don't peek, brother.
I mean, he's
Oh,
gonna go for it.
peek. He's gonna go for the peek. But there is
USB?
not enough time. Does he?
Oh.
Does he?
Oh,
He got blocked from the ledge.
Wait.
No, there's not enough time.
He's got it. He's got it.
There's not enough time.
Oh.
There is no time.
Mino with the sloppiest 4K clutch on the AK.
He made sloppy, whatever. Round is round, after all.
Around is around, but
Around is around.
that look.
I mean, I surely thought that was not defusable.
Yeah, I mean, he fell twice. You know, he
Got stuck on the
got stuck in the parkour.
canvas.
C1. But Uncle Mino gets it done,
Hey man, it's the old man's club.
and he had to
Old
time out.
uncle's clubs.
He's like, time out, hey guys,
Time out for a breather.
guys.
Add a shot of Jack Daniels.
All right, maybe we need to calm down a bit. Mino, nice job, but that looked really, really sus. But with the USP, anything is possible. The Evolution Power first round on the board. I think the best bet for Evolution Power, it's either first or XQQ, most likely first. Someone has to get off the sniper rifle, because I feel like they're active. Inner Circle's actively punishing this two-sniper setup by playing very, very close together. Their spacing is actually insane. As soon as first gets a kill, there's a guy around the corner to get an instant trade. So Evolution Power, most likely, they're gonna run the full rifle one-sniper setup and maybe just like let XQQ cook. Maybe we're gonna see some, you know, first rifling.
And this is going to affect Inner Circle. That round literally wasn't the shopping bag for them to take, and Mino just snatched the bag away.
I think even Mino was surprised. He was like, I clutched that? Okay. Okay.
I mean, there's that. And there's the tie
He
that
out-Oradin.
we least expected.
He out-Oradin.
The R from the uncle. Just somehow. Kiko was running hot.
Yeah, Kiko needed to duck and...
I mean, he ducked in time.
He ducked and rolled. Unfortunately, at the wrong time.
Yeah, in the wrong part of town, too.
Yeah, the AK is... Actually, this is one of the few spots where you can play the AK balance, actually. It's not too bad, especially with Compound. There's not much wallbang except for long. But App's going to try to get an opportunity, but XQQ making his presence known. And they're going to try and see if they can find that third position as well. YH, though, with the pistol. Kiko going to get one in return, but does he know that Zay is right here? Shoots him in the head, and Alucard and Awesome, the last two left alive, does get Zay. It's a 2 versus 2. Mono-e-mono situation, but Mino with the one-tap, he's starting to get the AK spray, and first is going to take the last one down.
Almost like a deathmatch, if you think about it.
Yeah, there's
everyone kind of just going full fist-out mode at each other in all different angles of the map. Not necessarily double swinging, not necessarily going for the trade kills, but rather just max Wing to your opponent.
Yeah. And damn, first didn't get off of the sniper. So I think the USP is definitely doing in work for him. Mino's going to try to see if he can get one here.
Double pillars being taken by Inner Circle. But Mino and his oh-so-reliable AK, his partner in crime, looking to cause mayhem. 4-man push. Will it be halted down, or will they be able to break through? Here's the go sign. They're going to send the Lucard to look towards windows. And once that information is passed, they're going to start peeking in towards the crosshair of Mino. Let's go first on the other side of downtown, doing the work. Taking the kill towards Apps. Couple nades being exchanged. Some value being realized by Mino. Alucard took a little bit of a health ticked off.
Yeah, it's just going to be bottom B positioning here for Mino, considering that this is the best spot.
And he's also got the support from his teammates rotating in towards B as well. So inner circle, it's like pick your poison. Do you want to go in towards servers and be the victim of a massacre, or go towards A and try to duel first? I think it's pretty bad on both ends.
For sure. I think EP is trying to play Baisha's playbook on Compound, I just realized.
Because they have information that first is out on A.
For sure.
By sacrificing one of the players.
It's tough, though. No one's playing Curve. So EB is going to be wide open for Inner Circle to try and see, can they wrap around A, but they're going up against XQQ. Not going to be an easy cross, plus YH in a very nice position in bottom B, right next to the servers, and he can just duck if he does want to get back into cover, but it is going to be a full B hit. One flash, and this could all be over. Awesome. Looking for a lineup. Flash is going to go through. YH does dodge in time. Geeko's going to go down, and look at this movement with the HK417. It's perfect for Evolution Power. Third round on the board.
Third round on the board, and yeah, it's only because the second round just mildly came in shambles for Inner Circle. Was supposed to be around 1, but Mino just with the aura, he's got 4K and a defusal, although it only seemed impossible. He made it work, and his team is now definitely leading out. Sometimes the IGL, the dad of the team, has to lift the heavy weights. Ooh. And that activates the rest of the team members to go at it too. Ooh. That was the case for Evolution Power. 3-1. And coming into round number 5, let's see what they're opting out to do. Going to be yet another default set of Evolution Power. Really knows that they don't have to throw some funky punches at Inner Circle.
Yeah, I think at most the aggression is going to come from either B or the entrance of A. But leaving Curve in its entirety.
I mean, even still, there is a bit of a change here. We do have Mino kind of stuck out towards the double pillars as well, so that's a bit of a change. And that was the boiling I was talking about. You know, slowly stepping foot towards the territory of your enemy and trying to gain ground control, and that's what they're exactly doing. First is going to take a little bit of beatdown. Is able to cross in back towards the bomb site. The pawn shots are indeed not going to connect. And a 4-man stack down towards A, leaving Mino at B halls. Interesting decision.
Back though. Bit of mid control from the side of Inner Circle. Container mid. Very important position to be in, but they still have to take tower. And they still have to take this mid position going into Curve, but it is going to be very tough. Mino going to start to investigate Catwalk B, but Alucard is going to be there ready with the TRG. 4 versus 5, and first time in a while that Inner Circle did get the advantage, but XQQ going to be fast on his heels to try and see if he can get a trade for his captain. But XQQ, he's going to get chased down, is a bit too aggressive. Classic XQQ action. You have to punish his over-aggression from time to time, but Beck behind enemy lines, he will get first. Both snipers down, so it is down to the attacker duo, YH and Zay. They're going to try to get something going. Zay with the first headshot here, and Awesome does get Beck as well. It's a 2 versus 3. If they can get a flank going, this would be nice, but they're still expecting to see someone from the behind, but they have no idea that Beck is already dead.
I mean, how is Zay getting away with these kills through the smoke?
He's a cyborg.
Got a double already. The last one alive can't quite cut it. 2 kills was it. And Inner Circle will put out a round up on the board once again.
Really is a question of discipline for the side of Inner Circle here.
Could have been leading out, just saying, Inner Circle, if they didn't get the bomb defused on round number 2.
But still, you know, Inner Circle, they're in a pretty good spot in all honesty in this map. And Kiko will get first immediately. I love the aggression coming in from Inner Circle, but now they're going to face a Rifler. Zay is going to get 2. XQQ, rare miss coming in from him. And Awesome going to go all the way back in long A. So 3 versus 3. 65 HP on XQQ, but he's not going to be the type of sniper to be afraid to re-peek it. And YH is going to start to investigate this mid position. If Alucard gets caught, that's going to be the C4 down potentially.
True. 3-2. EP round up. Inner Circle is going to guide the C4 towards B through double pillars. It seems Mino will be the one on the hold. But can he gun down 3 players? I mean, he's done it. Made it 4. This time, he has a bit of an angle to work with. YH as well. Came in for the rotation. YH couldn't do much. But he does
Mino's here.
a single kill. Mino swings to the backside.
Oh, he missed!
He missed, but he does click the head at the end of the day. And EP secures the round. Looked a little choppy and sloppy, but got the job done.
You know what they say, Mino doesn't miss 4 times. He will hit it eventually.
He eventually hit it.
To be fair, it is hard to miss with the new AK because you know the spray is pretty tight.
True.
Fast tap. I do like to call the new guns. We call it the fast tap meta because you know everything is just fast tap. EBRs, HKs, AK from time to time. XQQ. Fastly tapping Kiko out of existence. Tower is now theirs once again. And Inner Circle looking to try and see if they can get a trade back. But judging from the positions of Evolution Power, you know, most of them are in A, and they're just gonna, you know, they're just gonna let Mino do his thing in the B side. So far, it has been pretty effective.
That's been effective. However, Inner Circle just desperate to find any sort of ground control towards the map. He's going to be poking prodding whilst having Alucard yet off to another pretty slow start into the map. Bit better as he has picked up a double, or 2 kills rather.
Better than 0-7.
Yeah.
Oh, first.
I mean, everyone big in somewhere, right? So.
Yep, he is going to begin to die in that long A position. Alucard
Didn't
going to go
expect
down.
that.
He is not the real Alucard, so he cannot come back to life. And first is going to get Awesome as well. 2 versus 5.
International experience put to good use here for first. About to gain a bit more as well.
App's actually playing pretty well.
Yeah, not going to lie.
If he can get just 1 tap on first. No, but YH is already here. This is going to be tough. YH is going to go give chase.
Yeah, it's taking this as
Youch.
a nightmare with 2 players already on top of heaven and
There's that.
more players in towards A as well. For 7 HP and a Dream, quick double kill to add on to the kill points he's got. And Evolution Power Gaming taking yet another round.
Yeah, Alucard is in disbelief. He's like, what do I do, man?
I mean, you can't do much here at this point.
You can't outreact first. And or XQQ. He's going to have to get a bit creative, just like how we did in round number 2, where he was just, you know, getting the better angle on first here. Oh, but look at the forward defense first. You know, he's pretty confident with his positioning. Going to try and see if he can get some B window information, and that he does. Smokes is going to go down very soon, but are they going to know that Mino is around the corner, ready for the bait? Smoke's going to go down. Kiko going to try and run through. First, going to try and go for the uncrouched shot. Nate's going to go through. This is going to be a lot of damage. USB going to be very effective in the CQC.
The reset is going to be put out by Inner Circle. They've tested the water, but too many nades were flying in their way, in their faces from the corridor out towards B. I'm going to go for a quick reset, but they are still gazing down towards it. Haven't completely given up the interest. And honestly speaking, there's not a lot of room to be maneuvered as Abs is stuck deep out towards the global risk Swan.
I think
And if he makes enough commotion without going down, that might buy enough room for Inner Circle to go into the bomb site. It's going to be first on the hold. Being challenged by 4, can you respond properly? And the answer apparently was no. And Inner Circle looking for their third. Looking pretty good. It's going to be a 4v2. And Mino's dead as well.
Yeah, it's going to have to be someone coming in from B storage. This is how you retake it.
This is yet another very doable round by Inner Circle.
If they can take out Zay super early, this could definitely be possible, but awesome around the corner. Zay, do not climb out that window. That is a bad idea, but he does see Awesome on the side. Kiko is going to get the very quick trade. XQQ gonna go down. The name pops out in the smoke. And there we go. Realistically, this is the closest we've ever been in this entire series. So Inner Circle getting some power in, and Apps did a nice job of kind of drawing it away from this B site.
But look at this replay from first. Just so crisp with the shots. So accurate. Doesn't miss a beat. And the double kill here to wrap the round up too.
Hard to miss
My
with the turret.
man is dialed in.
Yeah, it's hard to miss with the turret.
Whoever
man.
said lack of experience, get out.
Yeah.
Which means you and I have to get out. We can leave the cast to Valdez. Bring it back down.
Rest. He's already out here all day. And speaking of all day, Mino is going to be spraying it down all day. But it's only Kiko, realistically. Back on half HP first.
Still a favorable trade by Inner Circle. It's their up of value. Always, it's good to get the equalizer if you're on the blacklist, because the Global Risk will have to split their members to go on a hold.
Damn, Inner Circle. To be fair, right, this new compound has been a lot more friendly for the blacklist side. I just didn't expect EP to be overcommitting on their rotations, because time and time again that the B side has been taken off of their hands.
True.
Gonna have to trust XQQ to hold A side by himself, but I think that's the objective. They're trying to look for where XQQ is, or at least where the solo defender is, and just push that instead.
Now, by the pace of this, two players out towards middle. Can always swing back in towards B anytime if support is needed. And now gonna be going for a 2-2 split. And Inner Circle, if they're able to pick the right side and start the round by taking the first kill, or second kill in this case, and isolate one of the bomb sites and have a 4v1, going to be a very smooth sailing. Not a lot of time left on the clock, 35 seconds, and there's the ghost saying they're pumping the gas to the floor. App's good for one, but he is quickly tapped out.
Oh! Wait, first is on it. He's getting two on site. XQQ. Quickscope USP. Every single weapon used from both snipers. 6 and 3. And that is the half here for the boys. 1-0 so far. 6 and 3. Evolution Power using the Baisha Gaming playbook, but it has been a bit of overcommittal on this B side, but it did work out in that very last round. Going to be very interesting to see what Evolution Power has to offer when it comes to BL and what they prioritize. It seems like they want to go B pillars first.
I mean, you can tell Zay is going to not take his finger away from the W key.
Awesome forgot to jump.
Playing with fire on Zay. Zay's still alive. That was a leg shot. Apps is looking for more, but he's going to reposition himself from the danger.
In a good spot.
You look at all the utils being held by EP, whilst the Inner Circles has spent the hefty amount.
Yeah, they just made their presence known in the B side, so they thought that it was going to be a full committal. But a leg is already enough to make him back up all the way into B, but that is going to allow Evolution Power to kind of crawl up into long A. And Alucard hasn't been hitting as hard as he did. So long A is going to be a bit questionable, especially he's backing up all the way. He's just going to have to defend it from the side. Problem is there's a window to his top left. So if he doesn't notice that there's a flash incoming, that could be a fully blinded Turg on the A site. And that is a fully dead Kiko in the curve position. Zay with the sniper. Don't see that a lot.
That's a neat pickup. Pretty sure that's a Bogdan's Law on towards XQQ. Zay was tagged on the cross from double pillars. He was legged in the process. And that sniper is put to a very good use with the pop flash up and over. Beck is completely blinded out, and he had nothing to do about that. Here's the wrap around towards spawn, and Apps has to hold this one down with Awesome. EP rather guiding themselves towards A with first waiting. Alucard is clapped out of his mind, and that's a free bomb site, essentially.
I mean, Awesome could get one here. With his timing, oh, he made noise. Zay knows exactly where he is. He's going to nade Zay, though. And he still gets him at the end of it. 7-3. Evolution Power looking like they have the grasp of the BL side. Granted, there was a bit of struggle in that first half. But considering they are one of the most offensively gifted teams out of China, it's not going to be a problem for them.
7-3. Still a standing chance for Inner Circle to make a comeback. They don't have the backs against the wall. It's pretty close, but it's not round 9 being picked by EP yet. So if they can just hold on to the bomb sites and hold on the defense lines that they've put out, then Inner Circle does stand a chance.
Oh, First is looking straight at Apps. That's a scary sight. 11-5 so far from First, rookie. I wouldn't call him a rookie. He's been on this team for a bit now, but
AI win rate prediction brought to you once again by Smallgate. And it's predicting a 73% win rate by Evolution Power in this map.
There's 2 AIs on our screen. We do have the AI below, and his name is Zay. He has been hitting those robotic shots.
And we also have an AI on the caster desk as well.
Ooh.
His name is Charles.
I'm just hyper-focused, man.
You're an AI.
I would say so. I would say so, not my aim. But maybe my energy. First is staring straight at Alucard, and the sheer aura of that sniper made him back off.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm not chatting that. I'd rather just play C2.
Where does EP want to challenge? YH was taken out from the process. Challenging down towards A. And they have opted out for a reason. They do have a minute to work, which is just a little bit less than that. 50 seconds now. Left the C4 and towards B connector. 2 players clearing out towards double pillars. But going to be a very default setup and default halt by Inner Circle. So what is EP's next plan of all things? It might just be brute forcing it down towards B. It seems the C4 is picked up by Zay, having one of the players as an anchor. That seems to be first up on the board. But 3 players of Inner Circle are in the bomb side, and this could go all wrong. But Zay swings out with the pistol, almost getting a double. Awesome is going to be able to spray down a player, so is Kiko with the 2 kills, leaving First to the work here. 10 seconds remain, and he's got too many arms to break through, and eventually he's taken out. 7-4.
Yeah, good beat by Kiko, honestly. Just waiting in that server's position the entire time as they did come in. So Inner Circle now starting to get their stride, especially in this B defense. Honestly, all you have to do is really just bolster that bottom B server as much as possible. Kiko so far 12-7 in this game, keeping Inner Circle in. As well as Apps, he has had some very important kills, but now he is on the sniper. Inner Circle gaining some distance in new compound, but still. Evolution Power looking to take that instant mid position, but they're going to have to be careful because Alucard is staring around the corner. Entrance A could be in danger, though. YH is instantly going to take down Alucard. Their Dracula is gone, and he's dead for good. And Beck now in that long position. No choice. He has to push it.
I mean, he's going to press the W, but First, playing the ring around the rosy, might be able to catch some players off guard, and that's one. And now Kiko at risk, can't peek. And he knows, well, he's going to get some support from Apps to open the specific angle up. And Zay, the Terminator of this squad, quick swing and a hit on the head. 4v2 with the C4 timer ticking down. Kiko and Awesome has it all to do, and nades are flying their way. As Awesome put to a 1v4. Zay with a quick swing. That will finish the deal.
Yeah. Awesome with the AK, trying to bring back that GV esports vibe. But We are talking about in the context of Inner Circle, time out for the side of Inner Circle. Evolution Power, I don't think they want to spend the timeout. They want to get in and out of this series as fast as possible so they can focus on tomorrow.
I mean, even still, that's going to be EP's timeout.
Is it?
It is.
No, it's IC, bro.
Huh?
It's IC.
It's IC?
Yeah.
Right. Either or. This timeout will be utilized by both of these teams. Regardless of who called it. Probably more useful for Inner Circle.
Yeah. I think Mino is probably just asking, is like, all right, who wants to go first?
Go where?
And then first is like, huh? I'm not entering.
You're memeing. You're memeing at this point, my man.
I mean, at this point, I don't know what Inner Circle could do. Because everything that they're doing, granted, they're doing some good stuff going into the next few rounds. I mean, their bottom B defense is good, you know. Apps is doing super well when it comes to lurking and baiting the rest of the team. I think the biggest thing that Inner Circle could do is probably just bait as much rotates as possible in order to confuse Evolution Power, because they bite on the rotate so quickly, especially in that B site. But problem is, Evolution Power, 2 points away from winning the entire series. Now it's a question, how good is the mental fortitude here for the side of
I mean, now it's going to be a head-to-head matchup in double pillars, 4 versus 3 if all guns start blazing. Moment of silence here. The pressure is building here. Almost as if the B pillars is the pressure cooker for both of these teams. Nades up and over. The stack is good to take Kiko down. And he had nothing, absolutely nothing to do about that.
This is a lesson for all the CrossFire players as Apps does go down. Never hold B storage knowing that the enemy has at least 2 EBRs, because those are wall-bangable boxes on the right side. So you're going to get instantly melted as soon as they realize that there is a person there. So
Thank
that's
you,
why
CrossFire Uncle.
That's why I keep saying just give up storage. Just play B side.
And now he's completely left unnotched. The rotations were thrown towards B.
Mino's going to double dip.
No. Mino is going to double dip. And they have a free bomb site, essentially.
Yep.
And that, especially right after a pause, a tactical pause, so to speak, is going to be soon a map and a series point yet to be picked up by Evolution Power. There you go, the bomb's down. The Inner Circle, desperately scratching their heads, is going to have to run back into the bomb site.
Evolution Power is literally playing in a 3-2 formation, acting like it is basketball. The 3-2 defense could be very effective. I don't know if...
Who's the point guard?
Who's the point guard? Either it is Mino or YH here. Going on forward, first the center of the defense, but the C4 ticking down, and I don't think it's a possibility that this is going to happen. Awesome, just going to try to see if he can get some accessory kills, but it is most likely going to be match point, series point for Evolution Power. And just like how I said earlier, right? You either commit to a push into B storage and you fight as hard as possible, or you just don't take it at all or stay inside. Because holding that position is, let's just say, low percentage CrossFire. That's a big risk.
CrossFire. Good point being made here, but 9-4 EP on the map point and the series point. Can they wrap this up, or can Inner Circle keep the hopes alive? Long shot, but it's either make or break for them. We'll have to work wonders here.
Yeah, first and Zay kind of carrying the offense here for the side of Evolution Power.
Good showing from first as well, too, if you think about it.
XQQ turned into a rifler mid-game.
Let it be, right?
Yeah. To be fair, I did mention that earlier. Someone has to, you know, get the sniper out of his hands. And it seems like XQQ humble enough to say, hey, first, it's your first time here. Let me rock this HK and maybe warm up if ever I do need to pick it up in future games of Evolution Power.
But don't forget that you're the secondary sniper.
That is true. You're gonna have to punk him if he gets too confident. Hit him with the 1v1 on ship 2.0 possibly, but a minute and 15 left on the clock. 3 players on that long position. Tower control possibly taken, and there is also a lurk all the way in B storage. This is gonna be possibly the last execute. If Alucard cannot hit this first shot, he's gonna get instant murk.
I mean, for EP, they have all the time in the world, and they have essentially above 60% or 70% of the map control here, and also less than a minute to work with. So they're going to go for the mid aggression, it seems. Lineups through middle. All 5 players of Inner Circle are going to be gathered in towards middle, but the nades are doing so much damage. Doesn't matter, Zay and YH just clearing out the lobby here. Alucard is the last one standing in a 1v5. The C4 is rotating in towards B, and to make things even worse, Zay is on the overwatch. The moment Alucard swings, everything could go wrong here. First was waiting. Evolution Power wraps the series up in a 10-4. Needless to say, the first map of 10-1. 2-0 on the series.
Well, we're back here at the caster desk. After that one, it was another 2-0 victory in the match here from EP over their opponent's Inner Circle, just like we had at EWC. This time, though, they were able to shave off a couple of rounds and make it a little bit quicker than what happened at EWC. But the expected victor does come out victorious. Evolution Power Gaming is just that team, right? They're number 3 on the power rankings. They are one of the potential teams that is going to make the finals and maybe even win the whole tournament. Inner Circle, a great team, but not really able to come out here and put up much of a fight. Sometimes here on New Compounds, their map, we talked about it a lot. It was nice to see them have their moments, but again, I think they're going to have to just go back to the drawing board and try to win the next time out, because Evolution Power Gaming, big favorites after this big win.
I mean, EP's just that team, right? With the caliber, with the skill set, just being able to dominate the lobby by themselves. 10-1 first map, 10-8 second map. So, and congratulations to First for taking the MVP on his first appearance.
Yeah, I mean, his performance for someone who's playing his first time going into the grand finals, I feel like First, did his job. He was setting the back line while XQQ was kind of, trying to peek every single person on the other team. So you do have that backup sniper just in case XQQ does fail a shot. But at the same time, I think he really did a good job of facilitating the other attackers, especially YH and Zay here. So yeah, overall a very nice job from First. I feel like with him being the more defensive sniper of the team, kind of reminds me of YZK, and he kind of fulfills that exact same role, maybe with a bit more youth, but I feel like First is definitely going to do very, very well in this tournament. He doesn't look nervous at all.
Yeah, I mean, he just looked like he belonged, and that's the most important thing. Only 5 rounds taken by Inner Circle there. The first map was a bit rough to watch. As I was watching that was hard, especially because a lot of the last rounds were just, I don't even think it was hiding strats. They were just kind of like, okay, let's get this over with. They were just running down the middle of the map and saying, okay, we're just going to beat you in a straight-up firefight. You know we're coming down the middle of the map. It doesn't matter. We're still going to win. Again, it got a little bit better on New Compound. It was a little bit less of a stomp, but it was still a 10-4, which is very dominant victory at the end of the day. So props to Evolution Power Gaming. We're going to be hearing from one of their players in just a moment in the interview. Will be interesting to see what their goals are for this tournament because, again, they've won it before. They just barely got into this tournament as one of the seeds from the CFPL, but they're here, and so they have an opportunity to make it happen. Definitely the big favorites to take this group down and then move on to the playoffs where it is double elimination. Do you feel like that helps them, or do you feel like, you know, the chaos of Evolution Power actually was better when it was single elimination knockouts?
I feel like Evolution Power does way better when there's a lower bracket because they can kind of feel, you know, when your back's against the ropes, and that's really where they play the best, right? Yeah, we've seen it in CFPL, you know, barely scraping by, but still crushing E-Star in that lower bracket that we did see in the tournament. So it's going to be very interesting to see if ever they do, you know, kind of fall early, just in case they do run into AG or Baisha super early, or maybe even X-Rock. But I feel like maybe in X-Rock they would have a more realistic chance. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they're going to benefit a lot with that kind of bracket.
And to add on to that, if you think about it, double elimination is like as if you're having an extra bullet in the chamber. It gives you one more chance to, you know, survive. So I think it really definitely benefits Evolution Power in a way that double eliminations do grant them one more chance. Like you mentioned, Sneaky, that if they do end up running into one of the top teams early on and unfortunately lose, then still there's that one more shot. You can climb through the lower brackets and come back alive onto the very final stage.
Yeah, just waiting for the interview. I do want to. I hope it's Minnow. I don't know who it will be.
We're looking,
but it might just be first because he was MVP. But that's not what we've been doing necessarily so far. It does feel like we've been getting a whole slew of different guys out there. Just could be random. Could be
the coach.
Yeah, could be the coach.
Would be a nice
Sneaky. You know, maybe we'll send Sneaky down there and they'll ask him some questions and see what he thinks about
Taylor's gonna be so
confused.
Gaming. He's like, yeah, Evolution Power, they actually, you know, played super good, and Taylor's like, what are you doing? But yeah.
How's your Chinese? Can you get up there? And,
bad. It's bad.
Like it's
bad.
down bad.
Yeah, it's definitely down
Better
bad.
or worse than benches?
Way worse. I need to.
I'm down bad. He's like laying down at this point.
Yeah.
I'm laying down, closing my eyes. You know, Mandarin's not that confident, that's for sure. I can't hold a conversation if I, you know, XQQ's in front of me, man. So, you know, not going to be the best candidate for the interview, but I do hope it is Mino, because I really want to see his perspective on why the move didn't happen for Evolution Power, why YZK, you know, did kind of bounce out. He didn't really bounce out on the roster. He's just chilling on the bench. He's probably on call right now, and they can just call him, and he's going to be here in no time. But I wonder what's the reasoning behind, you know, first being in the roster. Is it going to be another one of those similar to last year where Evolution Power was running Mino plus 4 rookies? Is it going to be the exact same thing, but only with, like, technically 1 rookie this time? I feel like with this kind of form, I feel like they could win the entire thing, in all honesty.
What do you think, Bench?
I mean, all in all, first, his performance is alright. It's not top-notch, but he was able to top frag in some of the maps, but there were definitely moments that made me feel as it was not top-notch for him. And to add on to what Sneak was saying, YZK is just kind of being benched here. Not entirely sure what was going on in the backside of all the scenes. So, yeah, just have to wait for the interview, I guess.
We'll have to wait, and I'm getting the word that it is ready on the stage right now. So let's go over there to listen in.
Hi, Cfesports. Welcome to the post-match interview. I'm host Nini. In the last BO3 match, congratulations on EP securing the victory of the match. And first is the MVP of this match. Now say hi to Cfesports. Hi, I'm EP. And okay, now this is your first time on the CFS stage. How do you feel differently? Yeah, the first time I was very excited on the CFS stage. Yes, very excited. But before the stage, during the setup, it seems that you look very tense and serious. Yes, I don't want to be very excited before the match. Are you afraid you can't play well? Yeah, part of the reason.
Inner Circle 他们的实力是有一定的了解的。
So you have a certain understanding of IC strength. So today, what kind of mindset do you use to embrace this match? So before the match, we have good preparation, and we played in a very organized way and just to stay calm. In the first match, you won the game with 10-1 start score, but in the process we can see that you play in a very organized way. So did you use 100% strength? Maybe not 100%, but 180%. Yes, we can see that in the second map you made some mistake in the first point, but the second point was relying on the Mino's personal performance. Otherwise, it would be a 0-2 start. A nice caught a timeout. And can you tell us what did he say? Yes, he noticed some changes on set. And Mino got the second point, and he changed the positioning as well. Yes, we can see that on the second map you improved your power and win the match very smoothly. And in these days matches, who do you think is the most powerful opponent? I think STS. And I think they have good aim. Yes, you already saw the performance of STS. They have good aim. And this time it is very cruel to get a seat in the group stage. Anything you want to say to your teammates? Yeah, let's work hard and prepare for the challenge. Okay, let's look forward to your performance. And thank you for your time. And this is our interview. Now let's come back to the commentators.
Well, thank you so much to Nini, Bella on the stage there, and of course First for the great interview, and of course our lovely translator for getting that all sent over to us. And yeah, he looked really happy on the stage. You know, we wanted to hear from Minnow, but even though First was there, we still got to hear a lot about Minnow, it felt like, from his own interview, talking about the timeouts and what he had to say and stuff like that. Yeah, it was just a cool interview. Very nice vibes from First. He just looked like he was happy to be here.
He's like, we took 180%, and I'm like, he is not telling the truth, that's for sure. He was playing 80%, maybe 180% questionable, but I do appreciate the Stallions shout out though.
Yeah, they have good aim.
They have good aim.
Representing your region, Sneaky.
Hell yeah, man. I feel like
he didn't mention EVOS though. It's weird.
He did, yeah. It seems like you know, we're getting up there.
Finally getting the recognition you deserve.
We are so back.
Yeah. Well, it's been a day. We do have the aforementioned Team Stallions up there at the top of Group A for now. We'll have to see what happens with Blackshoe Gaming when they do play tomorrow, which we will get that schedule up in a couple minutes for you guys if you are curious about the matches tomorrow, and of course for the next day to round out the group stage. But yeah, it will be difficult for Swamp Gaming in that group. They will have to beat Baisha if they want to have any chance to get out, and even then they'll have to have a good map score. Team Liquid on top of Group B. X-Rock has not played just yet. Team Falcons, unfortunately for them, it does feel like their downfall is a bit real. I mean, Team Liquid's a great team, but at the same time, they didn't show their best performance today, and that's kind of been the case for a lot of 2025.
Yeah, I feel like Team Falcons really is not the same form that we saw earlier, but we see in now Group C EVOS Arc in the first place, but you know, they have conquered the first demon, which is Virtus.pro, but the biggest challenge is going to be right ahead, which is going to be up against Rock Esports. So, you know, the group of Chaos has been very, very interesting here, Brenda.
Yeah, it definitely has been, as we'll take a look at Group D as well. Evolution Power Gaming, the most dominant victory today. Still, Na'Vi is waiting to have their shots, and if they can take that out of Evolution Power Gaming, then things do get interesting. If Evolution Power Gaming wins another match, they will get out first, and that will be the end of Group D. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, this is the schedule for tomorrow. X-Rock versus Falcons. We got Rock Esports versus EVOS Arc. Then Inner Circle versus Na'Vi. So we'll get that one first, actually. And then we'll have Na'Vi versus Evolution Power Gaming on the third day of group stage. And then, of course, Baisha up against Swamp for the final match of tomorrow.
I mean, yet again, another action-packed day tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I can't wait for that second series in particular. And I do want to see what kind of form Na'Vi is going to be taking in this one, considering I'm actually very excited for the Juan versus XQQ or first matchup going into Group C. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Any predictions for if YZK comes out tomorrow?
Depends. I want him to come out like in Game 3. Then he just comes out on stage. He has his own intro and everything, like The Undertaker.
The Undertaker. I mean, it would be a good show. Nonetheless, my prediction would be YZK is going to chill on the bench, let first take over. He was the MVP, so might as well be, right?
Well, guys, we are done for today. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that bench, but we'll see you tomorrow for more of the CFS Grand Finals. Have a good night.